What's up, YouTube? I'm here to do my 24th week pregnancy vlog. Yes, I know I haven't done any vlogs prior to this, and I am over halfway past the halfway mark of being pregnant, but let's not dwell on the past and focus on the fact that I'm doing it now, because you know I'm a little bit of a slacker. If you know me, you kind of know that, but it's cool. So I wanted to come on here, and I want to start doing them from here on out every week. When my weeks, I'm getting shortness of breath. When my weeks switch over to you know, week by week. So as of right now, I'm 25 weeks. See if I can get to this. This is actually the second video I've done, because I did a video yesterday and I was just like tired and bored and just bleh. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna redo that. And I was orange. My lighting, we haven't got that situated yet, but we'll get it together. So let's go to 24 weeks. See if we can find it. Here we go. Okay. So I'm here on Baby Center, the Baby Center app, and it says how your baby's growing. Your baby is growing steadily. Mind you, it's a girl. We know it's a girl already, because I'm 24 weeks, so kind of would know already by now. Don't judge me. It says how your baby's growing. Your baby is growing steadily, having gained about 4 ounces since last week. That puts her at about 1 1/3 pounds. Since she is almost as long as a I'm kind of skipping over words. Since she is about as long as an ear of corn, she cuts a pretty lean figure at this point, but her body is filling out proportionately, and she'll soon start to plump up. Her brain is also growing quickly now, and her taste buds are also continuing to develop. Her lungs are developing branches of the respiratory tree, as well as cells that produce surfactant and substance that will help her air sacs inflate once she sits outside the womb. Her skin is thin and translucent, but that will start to change soon. They have him on here, so I'm switching it to her. So that's why I'm like stumbling over my words. So that's what's going on the inside of my belly. On the outside, as for myself, I jotted a couple of things down about what's going on with me. Mind you, this is my 4th time being pregnant. This is my 4th baby. This is my last baby. I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. But as for me, I'll start with like energy level, because that was such a big thing that I noticed that changed like immediately. I want to say by the time I turned maybe like a good solid 8 weeks, it was like all of the energy that I had was gone. It was like I didn't have any energy left in me at all. Mind you, I went from pretty much working out like a maniac all the time, weightlifting, and everything in between that, like eating healthy and everything, going into like being pregnant. And energy was like, I woke up one morning, I was going to the gym at 3 o'clock in the morning before I had to go to work. Woke up one morning and said, oh, I could still go to the gym. I go work out, get up in the morning, go work out before I go to work at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I got there and I sat down and I sat on the bench, and I was like, I don't know who I'm kidding, and I took a nap. I set an alarm and I took a nap until it was time for me to go to work. And I got in the shower and I went to work, because no, that wasn't happening. So from then to now, my energy level has become quite steady. I'm not super tired, I'm not super sleepy, but I'm not super like energized where I'm like, you know, like I'm not back to that level. I don't expect to really be back to that until after the baby's born, which is cool. As for cravings, I don't have cravings right now. Like I'll have like sporadic, like I really want some water right now. Like I really want water, or I really want a jelly donut right now. And I'll get the jelly donut, and then I don't want any more jelly donuts for a while. Like things like that. Like it's never like I've just been wanting to eat just one certain thing for over and over again. I mean, I guess when it comes to like the spectrum of salty and sweet, I've been leaning more to salty now versus to sweet maybe a couple months ago, which, you know, I think it kind of changes. It's nothing in particular with this pregnancy. it seems like this week that everybody has seemed to notice that I've what you call popped. Like everybody just now started to notice, like I guess really notice that there's a baby in here, and like there's a belly, like I have a belly now. So I don't know, I want to say at work on Thursday, I want to say about 4 or 5 people I saw walking around my job, and they were like, oh my god, I just saw you like 2 weeks ago and you didn't have that big huge belly, oh my goodness, and blah. And I'm like, thanks, we still got like 3.5 months to go. Anyway, heartburn, like right now, heartburn and indigestion. I don't think I've had it this bad before, and I know there's that old wives' tale where they say like if you have really bad heartburn, the baby's gonna come out with all this hair. The only time I've had excruciatingly bad heartburn was with my first child. He's going to be 8 this year. When he was born, he had a whole lot of hair. So not saying that I believe the old wives' tale, but the heartburn this time is bad. Like I'm in the middle of having a conversation and like I have to stop talking because like I'm choking it back down. Like it's bad. I do take Tums. I try to watch what I eat from here and there, you know, as much as possible, but you know, it is what it is. I know I'm only going to be dealing with it until, you know, after I have the baby, so it's cool. Sciatica. I've never dealt with sciatica before until now, and it sucks. It sucks. I have always heard about it and was told like certain people that had it, and like talked to doctors, and they'd ask me if I had issues with it, and I would say no. Oh no, it's bad this time. Like I stand up at my job for 10 hours majority of the day, and usually after about 3 hours of standing or even sitting, because it's caused by a nerve that the baby, I guess, kind of lays on. I kind of sort of researched it a little bit. I really haven't done a whole lot of it, but the baby, I guess the baby kind of like leans on or puts pressure on or whatever, and it feels like somebody's taking a hot pick and like shoving it in my butt, and it's shooting pain through my butt down my leg, and it hurts. It really hurts, but I've learned that you can do certain stretches that will alleviate the pain. A lot of the stretches I was doing prior anyway, when I was working out and doing yoga and stuff like that. So it's manageable when I'm not at work, which isn't all the time. But anyway, SPD, symphysis pubic dysfunction, is something that I have had to deal with all of my pregnancies. It's really the biggest reason after every time I've ever had a child, where I've always said I would never have another baby. Obviously this is my 4th, so it's like you forget the pain afterwards, but it's something I've dealt with. It stands for, like I said, symphysis pubic dysfunction. It's basically, the best way I can describe it is when you're pregnant, your body releases a hormone called relaxin. That relaxin allows your joints and in your pelvic bone to loosen in order, you know, to be able to push kid out. That usually happens later on in pregnancy, like around maybe like 8 months, 9 months or whatever. Well, mine always happens at like 4 every time. And what it happens is it basically causes my pelvic joints to kind of like just move however they good and well please. So when I'm sleeping, if I don't have like a pillow, like a thick pillow between my legs, oh, it got lighter outside, a thick pillow between my legs, and my legs are together, my pelvis basically like falls on top of each other. It sounds awful, and believe me, it feels as awful as it sounds. Simple things as in like putting on pants. If I'm not sitting down or bracing to put on a leg of pants at a time, it's excruciatingly painful. Say I like trip on something and I'm like, you know, jerking. It hurts. It really does. That's something that I've gone to the chiropractor for, still going to the chiropractor for. It's really nothing that I can do about it. until after, you know, I have the baby. And by that time, after I have the baby, the pain is pretty much gone. It doesn't even, like, it goes away almost immediately. Like, I clearly remember being in the hospital, and after having the baby and being in the hospital bed and literally being able to sleep normally right after having the baby. So the joys of being pregnant, but you know, it's cool. My feet swelled. I only had to deal with my feet swelling when I was pregnant the first time. This was 8 years ago. I developed preeclampsia, and my feet swollen, my whole body swollen. I got up over 200 pounds. I don't think I'm developing preeclampsia this time. I have an appointment for my all that stuff coming up pretty soon. I think it's just basically because I've been standing up so much, and my appetite has completely and totally changed. Prior to being pregnant, I was eating relatively healthy. Now the thought of like eating salad, like the thought of the wet lettuce just doesn't sit right with me. So I haven't really been eating as healthy as I am. It's not as bad. Like, it's not as bad as it was. It was awful. Like, I was eating terrible beginning of this pregnancy, but it's not as bad anymore. But that's pretty much it so far for 24 weeks. Yeah, I think that's it. So, oh, and shortness of breath. I don't know if you noticed, but throughout this video, but I've been like trying to catch my breath this whole time. I don't even know why, but you know, that's just part of it. It is what it is, whatever. So, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and share, and look out for the next 25th weeks. I'm gonna try to vlog as much as possible, and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. No, wait, hold on, I gotta show you my stomach. So this is the belly. I'm gonna bend down a little bit. This is the belly at 24 weeks. My belly button popped a long time ago. These are stretch marks from before. They kind of just show up. No new ones yet. She's kind of over here on this side. But yeah, this is it. So, alright. That's the end of this video.